Welcome to the session. So today, actually, what we are going to work is how to resolve an inner turmoil. So, in the words of IFS, if we have what we call conflicting or polarized parts, and we'll go a bit into that, how to do it, and we'll work on it. I'll start by explaining what means conflicted or polarized parts, and also give a little bit of brief of how they impact your life, and then I'll give you some examples so that you kind of get a sense of it, so that then you can identify for you the same, and then we'll run a IFS session to heal them. And then we will see if time permits, we'll go into a tuning fork. Okay, so let's go into, so a polarization or conflicting parts is in the language of IFS, but it's actually in plain terms, is where you feel that you are between two, always trying to make choice between two separate things, or there seems to be a division or separation of different aspects within you which are opposing. And what happens is when you experience that, you actually have something which looks like an inner turmoil, which looks like indecisions, and it also looks like I have no confidence on myself, etc. So that's how it may appear, and you feel that you are always torn between two choices, like go left, go right. I'll give you a very simple example, and you will hear me cough a bit. So I've been unwell since a few days, almost 10 days. And I come from a background where my father was homeopathy, etc. So we never touched medication too much when we were growing up. And 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 so there's that aspect. So heal yourself using whatever tools you have, which is without medication. And then the other side is the medication, because it became very serious. It became much more serious, and I was at a risk of affecting other family members, and it created turmoil with other people in my family, so who are much more towards it. So inside of me, I had this story going on, and I had to work through it. And I did exactly what we are going to do today, to actually then go and see a doctor and get myself medication. And and so the turmoil created 3 days of extreme stress in a way, and between everybody. And so it actually resulted in exactly what I say in the next point, is that you may experience guilt or shame, of having these conflicts, which are almost opposing. And also people that go through this struggle to make decisions, like I was talking about my story. Actually, so I was continuing to do alternate stuff, but I was becoming more sick, and I was not going towards the medication. But then I saw the turmoil it creates to the other people outside, and this impact relationship. I was perfectly into that. Now, what is important to bring up, and this is key, is that the conflict aspects are a normal part of human experience. So it's not bad to have conflict. It is just that the way we deal with them is where the issue is. Okay, and what you're going to learn through this process today is how to simply work through conflicts, because none of them are bad, and we will go through the process. They both are very strong in their own right. So we cannot say this is bad or that's not good. I do not at all say that medication is bad, or I must only do only alternative work. So that's what it does. Okay. So a little bit more into that. So where does it come from actually? This polarization or this conflict. Now, it could come from traumas, adverse experiences, uh, and in some situations, trauma may tend to create certain beliefs and values and emotions that are polarizing one way. Uh, Cultural conditioning. My story was exactly that. I grew up in a home where actually everything was homeopathy, so So social norms, expectations, individual beliefs leads to that, and so you hold a kind of an opposing view. Inner critic or perfectionism. So we all have this inner critic, which has been developed differently, which basically may oppose almost everything, or sometimes tries to oppose everything, and then we don't like it, and that's the part we are going to work through. Unresolved conflicts. So one of the interesting aspect when I was looking at this is that if you have conflicts with people outside, you have conflicts within you. And those conflicts play into polarization inside of you. So, and the other way around works as well, which means when you resolve inner conflicts, you actually start to resolve conflicts into the outer world around you. And of course, self-doubt or insecurity, lowest self-esteem, self-doubt can create conflicting parts because there is a one which feels insecure, doesn't have enough courage. Now, this is where it comes from. Now, some examples. I just took some random examples here and there, okay, so that it helps you to build your story because you're going to start working on it. A part of oneself wants to have a successful career. Another part is scared of the future and gets overwhelmed. A part of oneself wants to be in a relationship. Another one is scared of getting hurt and feels self-protective. A part that wants to be healthy and fit, but there's another one which craves for unhealthy food and lazy. A part of oneself that wants to be independent and self-sufficient, but another one that feels insecure and clingy. Or a part that wants to be successful, create a career, business, etc. Another one feels that this will have impact on family or people that will do, or other aspects. A part that wants to be a good parent, another one which is overwhelmed or is resentful of becoming a parent. Okay, so I just give you a few examples. Now these are not exhaustive, but it kind of gives you an idea of what means conflicting parts, and the whole idea was for you to actually look for something within you. So as we are going to work on this, so it'll be good for the purpose of exercise that you identify your conflicting parts. And it is an intellectual exercise because you're thinking, but look into an area in your day-to-day world where you feel that you get triggered with situations that bring in you these two aspects, okay, which is one wanting to do one way, another one wanting to do another one. So see if you can take a moment and identify your conflicting parts and just name them. So what I also recommend, if you have a paper, put two papers, okay, so, and call it A and B, and just write the two conflicting parts, aspects of you on the two sides. And it's okay, don't judge yourself, don't feel you're not going to do a good activity. Your inner system knows so well. So trust yourself that you're going to identify something which is good for you. And as this is going to be recorded, you can always play back with other conflicting parts that could be there in your agenda. So take a moment to write on 2 pages A and B. You can name them, you can describe them. Okay, you got it. So now let's go into doing the work. So I just want you to relax. You have those 2 pages, keep them in front of you. You can bring them up whenever you need to write something there. So you can keep your eyes open or you can close your eyes as you feel comfortable to do. And just continue to breathe. Don't have to do anything special. Just notice as you breathe in and out of your chest area. Just follow the breath and continue to be in a place of relaxation. And imagine you're floating 500 feet into the air. Imagine there's a white light which is coming down from heavens, entering into your head, filling it up, into your throat area, filling it up, into your shoulders, arms and fingers, filling it up, into your chest, filling it up, going down, into your belly area, filling it up, going down your thighs, knees, legs, through your feet. The white light goes deep into Mother Earth, picks up all the energy and powerful energy of Mother Earth and brings it back through your feet, into your legs, into your knees, into your thighs, up into your belly area, fills it up, into your chest area, fills it up, into your shoulders, arms, and fingers, fills it up, goes into your throat, fills it up, into your head, fills it up. And now you're bathed in this beautiful, powerful light. I invite all parts to join in. They're all welcome. Now focus your attention on the 2 that you wrote and see if you can connect to the first one. We call it A. And as you read it into your mind or read it from the paper, just notice, where do you feel it in or around your body as you're thinking about that statement or reading it. Just notice where you feel it in your body, around your body. Or if you see an image, connect to that image. If you have a sensation, connect to that sensation. And let it speak to you. So listen what it wants you to know about itself. So hear it out. And as you're connecting to it, just notice, how do you feel towards it? What kind of feeling do you get? Are you angry with it? Are you disappointed? Are you sad? Just notice how you feel towards it. And see if you can go to a place where you can become curious about it. Just curious. So you can breathe into that area wherever you felt it. And see if you can get to a point where you're just curious about it so that you may discover what it wants you to know about itself. So if you could go to that place of curiosity, notice how you feel toward it now. And see that the way you feel is curiosity toward it, or could be some sort of compassion, so that you can get to know it better. Thank it for its presence and let it know that you are going to connect to the other one and you'll come back. Now see if you can bring the other part, the B that you wrote, and connect to that. The conflicting part, the other one. Think about that statement. You can read it as well and bring it into your awareness. And as you think about it, bring it into your awareness. Notice where do you feel it in your body or around your body. And if you see if you see an image or you have a sensation, just notice that. And as you connect to it, hear what it wants you to know about itself. And notice, how do you feel towards it? Are you angry? Are you upset? Are you disappointed? Or are you afraid? Just notice your feeling towards it, towards this sensation or the image or whatever you heard from this part. Notice your feeling towards it. And again, see if you can go to a point where you're curious about it, curious about what information it holds. Or get to a point where you are even compassionate toward it. And again, you can breathe into that area till you feel curious or compassionate, or both. Stay with this feeling towards it. And thank it for being there, for bringing its presence to you. And let it know that you're going to bring the other one, the A, as well. So now bring the two in and promise to both of them that you are going to be neutral towards them. And see if you can get to that place of being neutral and curious, and to some extent compassionate towards them. But let them both know that you are going to be neutral towards both of them. Now invite A in and see how you feel towards it now. You can connect to the sensation. You can connect to the image, what you saw. Just invite it in and let B know that it can stay there and listen to the conversation you're going to have with A. As you connect to A, ask it a question. What is your intention for me? And again, wait for an answer. What is your intention for me? And if you want, you can note an answer, but wait for it to respond. So notice what you heard. And notice how you feel towards it now. And see if you can be in a place of curiosity or compassion. And ask again, what are you afraid would happen to me if you did not do what you do? What are you afraid of? See what you hear. And ask a following question, and then what happens if that happens? And then what? And ask again, what are you really, really afraid of for me? What is your real fear? And listen to what it says. See if it makes sense to you, and notice how do you feel towards it. If there is anger or sadness, see if you can go back to being curious or compassionate towards it. Now let A know that you're going to invite B and listen to B. And invite A to as well listen to B, what B has to say. So now connect to B. Connect to the sensation you felt, part of your body or an image. And ask it, what is your intention for me? And let it speak. And as you heard that, just notice if it makes sense to you. And how do you feel towards it? And now ask it, what are you afraid would happen to me? What are your fears? Let it explain. And ask a follow-up question, and then if that happens, and then what would happen? What are you afraid would happen? And ask, what are you really, really afraid would happen? What is your real fear? And notice how do you feel towards it as you hear. If you feel sad or you feel angry, just see if you can go to a place of curiosity or compassion towards B. And let B know that you're going to talk to A, and bring in A and ask it, what needs to happen for you to be less present or more relaxed? Notice what it tells you. What needs to happen for you, A, to be relaxed and be less present? Now bring in B and ask the same question. What needs to happen for you, B, to be more relaxed and be less present? Now invite A and B, both of them together, and see if you can have them have a conversation with each other. And you be present there, listening them to talk to each other. Stay curious, stay compassionate. You can ask A, what do you have to tell to B? And ask B what it wants A to know, or responding back to A. And if you want, you can join into the conversation by asking them both again, what needs to happen for them to be more relaxed? Each of them. Continue to stay in a place of compassion and curiosity, and notice the communication between the two of them. And if something has a meaning for you, let them know. Thank them both and let them know that you are going to be in contact with them from time to time. You want to know them better and deeper. And if there is something that they're holding on to, you will help them free it up. If they are bringing up some kind of trauma or some kind of past experience, then you let them know that you will work with them to heal that and see how they respond to you. Now take a moment to let them both know your vision of life for yourself. What do you look for in life? And let them both know your vision of life. And take a moment to let them know. Thank them both. Letting them know you appreciate them both because both of them have good intention for you. And you can ask them how they want to work with you going forward and with each other. Thank them both and see when it feels complete, coming back to the present moment. And take a few minutes to integrate that, write it down if you have to, whatever came up for you while we prepare for the tuning fork session. Okay, so we will start the tuning fork. So the way it works is that you can be in a relaxed place, you can lie down if you want, or you can be sitting. We are going to start by opening the two centers, one on top of the head and below the feet. And the way we do it is to use tuning forks, and you will hear them soon if you have not been here before. And what you need to do is to do breathing in a certain way. So you take your breath through your nose, fill up your belly, and then when you breathe out from your mouth. So it's a loud voice, okay, literally. So you take a breath in, and then you, okay. Now you breathe this way when you hear me breathe, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is after opening these two centers, we will see where the tuning fork takes into one of the 7 centers, okay? And wherever it takes, I'm going to take you from different ages, starting from birth up to present moment, and whatever comes up, I will let you know, okay? So I will just say, well, you're 5-year-old, 3-year-old, is there something coming up? Just bring it up, and we breathe, we use the tuning fork to release whatever has to be released, okay? So here we go. So I'm going to start from the below your feet, okay? And opening that, and then go to the top of the head and open that. So here we go. So I'm just below your feet. Take a breath. Take a breath. So I'm sending sound through your feet, up backbone to the top of your head, opening that channel. It's getting blocked in the heart place. So breathe into your heart. Okay, so now I'm going to ground you. Breathe. Okay. I go to the top of the head and up in there. So now the sound is entering to the top of your head and going through your backbone through your feet into Mother Earth. Take a breath. So what it's bringing me to is the heart. So I'm going to run a pendulum just to check which center everybody is wanting to work on. Okay. It's telling the root center. Sorry, the second center, the sacral. So I'm on the second center, the sacral. I'm going to work, so it's at your navel. And so I'm going to work starting from your birth and then bringing in to the present moment. Okay. So I will tell you an age, and whenever you hear an age, if there's something that comes up, just whatever it is in your life, just bring into your awareness, and then we are going to release. I'm changing the tuning forks. Okay, so there's a lot of noise just before birth, mother's womb. So this is about guilt and shame. So on the mother's side, so still you're in the mother's womb. See whatever is coming up for you and take a breath. Take a breath. Okay, so now I'm at your birth time. See if you can send love to your mom, to your parents actually, to your mother and father. And take a breath. So if you felt difficult coming into this world, you have some stress around it, bring it up now. So I'm going to choose another tuning fork to release. So you breathe. And send love to the little one as well. is bringing me to age of 3. So see what happened to you, if you have any memory of what happened to you at the age of 3. Just bring it up. And notice how you feel, if you have something there. And let the sound dissolve it for you. And take a breath. Okay, so now it's about taking me to the age of 12. And see whatever comes up for you. It seems like sadness or loss. It's going into the heart, pressing there. So breathe. Uh, 16. So again, it's gone back to sacral, second center. Could be experiences of love, something around that. So see if you can breathe into that. "24. Still in the belly area, stomach. But this time it's more fear. Something that has happened which brought in fear. Take a breath. Okay, back. It's about 30-year-old you, this age approximately. It goes back to between loss and I'm unable to speak out. Could be a loss you had that you could not ever express. Breathe. And on top of your second center, navel. Ready to release whatever we collected. Okay, we're going to push it out. So you'll integrate everything that has happened into your body so that it continues to work over the next 48 hours. And surround you with 528 hertz. You can relax and reopen in a few minutes for Q&A.